Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Chaz and Friends, presented by the 3 Count Podcast. I'm Chaz, and tonight we got another locked and loaded show because the wrestling world refuses to stay quiet. All right, we got a kind of skeletal cast here today. One's out doing tattoo, and one got deported. You figure out which one is which. But in other news, CM Punk is officially headed to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. And the question is simple: is this the move WWE needed? Or are they forcing a fit that doesn't need to happen? We're breaking the fallout and what that means for the Friday Night Light show going forward. Then we're diving into the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. All right, we're at our final four for each tournament, and we're going to find out what happens next. We're going to talk about that, discuss who do we think is going to win, who should win. And for our final debate, we got a good fun one. We love seeing workhorses. Everybody talks about the world champion, tag team champions. But tonight, we are going to rank the best mid-card champions in wrestling. IC champions, US champion, TNT champions, North American champions, European champion, light heavyweight, all that. Who carried a brand, who elevated the championship, and who belongs on the Mount Rushmore of mid-card greatness. The takes will be hot, the debates will get heated, and somebody is probably going to say something that it shouldn't have been said and is going to get us canceled. So lock it in, hit that share button, and let's get to work. This is Chaz and Friends, and the debate starts now! Yeah!
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show, because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans. You're checking out the hottest podcast in the world. The 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicken.
Yo, it's your boy, your cousin, your nephew, the current Fight Club Young Simba champion, the seven-time perfect, all right, tag team champion, and the one-time former cruiserweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Capital Region's best kept secret and the Dawn of the Mid-Atlantic and probably the greatest host of professional wrestling podcasts right underneath David LaGreca. Shout out to him. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Don Chaz Evans, and this is Chaz and Friends, but it's not about me. It is about my friends. And like I said, real skeletal cast right here, but I always got with me, right, my best friend, okay? And I say my best friend very strongly because this right here, that man, all right, he will always go to war for me, all right? And I appreciate you, okay? I appreciate you, and you know why I'm saying that, and nothing else needs to be said, okay? Nothing else needs to be said, but I just want to let you know publicly in front of all the people that are watching and for the people who are listening on our audio podcast listeners, all right? So shout out to all of you who are listening, all right? That I appreciate you, all right, dog? I really do. So no matter what happens, and I mean that, no matter what happens, you are always, all right, my partner, my dog, all right? That's all that needs to be said. But anyway, it's not about me. Like I said, it's about you, dog. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is, all right, the landlord of the Dog Pound. He is the man that runs this show. He is a loyal son of a biscuit, ladies and gentlemen. He is the Red Dog.
It is the man built from the 5280, the man holding the weight of the 308 and the 808 and everything in between, the all pressure, no savior. That's right, the Mahai Merc himself, Red Dog. Yo, we already got a comment in. Look at this.
I heard. Oh, it wasn't my idea. I gotta put it. I would love to take credit for that line, but it's not my line.
And by the
that's
way,
definitely
we didn't say who was doing what. So are you getting a tattoo? I mean, I don't understand. Like, why would you say that?
that's
It's crazy.
facts. That's facts. I didn't say who. I said you figure out which one is which, and he
Yeah, it's
definitely
crazy.
told on himself. So
You
with
do
that
it.
being said, hit that follow button if you haven't already done so. Okay,
I
make
got
sure
you
you
4 seconds.
hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Shout out to all of you who are watching us live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on X. We appreciate you. Make sure you drop in the comments where you're watching us right now. That'll be pretty dope. See where everybody is right now who are watching us live. Shout out to our folks who on our audio podcast side who are catching the show on Tuesday. We missed you. We hope that you come next Sunday and catch up the live show. But shout out all of you on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, podcast.com, Podcoin, Podfancy, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast at, we're on there. Shout out to all of you. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a 5-star Frog Splash review. It helps out the show. Comment, all that. Even if you think what we're saying is completely stupid. All right. Or if you just want to get on the joke and ragging on me, as everyone does on the live show, go ahead and type that in the comments. We all know who is who and what your motive is.
I don't know. I mean, you could got deported to France. You probably out there like, parlez-vous anglais?
That's not what I thought you were going to say in French, but all right.
Would you get that? I was saying, omelette du fromage?
That's exactly what I thought you were going to say. Oh man! All right, like I said, if you haven't done so, hit that follow button. Buy some merch. Pro Wrestling Tees, you get all our old stuff. Legacy merch. If you go to foryourwear.com right now, go to collections. You'll find the 3 Count logo. That's where you'll find all our new and updated stuff. It helps the show. Please buy some merch. My face is on a shirt. His face is on a shirt. Twitch's face is on a shirt. So that's probably the best thing about all of it. But also you can get this shirt right there, Samoan World Order. All right, SWO. You can't get that shirt nowhere else. You only get it where? foryourwear.com. All right, temp check. So temp check.
This man said, what? He said, you need to change your intro. Change your intro.
You
He said,
need.
you're a kept secret. Your loudmouth keeps you from being a secret, puto.
But I'm not on TV yet, so I'm still a secret. There you go. All right. So with that being said, like I said, temp check. Temp check. My friends, we give you our hottest, our coldest wrestlers going into the week, and for a bonus, we give you a match of the week. All right. And so, start this one off. Red Dog, what's the temperature like?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give my coldest rest of the week, not to Jade, but to Jade's wig glue. It just wasn't holding up. Let's just be fair. Let's just be fair. That's what it was. I'm gonna come out firing right off the bat. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it. Hottest rest of the week though. I'm gonna be fair, man. I still gotta give it to El Grande Americano. We're what 2-3 weeks out from that mass versus mass match. We are still talking about him, and I get it. You can say Roman, you can say whoever you want to say, but just that one, right? I just want to talk about him because he did an incredible job. So I want to just continue to give support. And then my match of the week, if you were not watching the AEW, you would have missed a hell of a main event with Swerve Strickland and Brody King. That is my pick because that was some shit right there.
That was so good. All right. I'm gonna start my match of the week. All right, my match of the week comes from EWA. All right, pro wrestling. All right. What's so funny? What is so funny?
I just figured that would be the match you'd probably pick. Is something in there.
Okay, and
shout out to indie scene.
So gotta shout out the indie scene. And there's a specific match. Chaz's face on his shirt is a card. You know what? Goodbye. Anyway,
Too much.
what was I saying? Oh yes, my match of the week coming from EWA. All right, Derek Frazier defeats Prince Machiavelli. All right, that match was great, and just want to shout out to Derek Frazier, a legend who still got it. All right, still got it. getting the dub over Big Match Machiavelli. Derek Frazier suffered a legitimate injury, all right, to his shoulder at the end of the match, and he still beat Prince Machiavelli. All right. And we here at the 3 Count Podcast want to wish Derek a speedy recovery. Thank him for all the things he's done for EWA, and that probably wouldn't have happened if I was there. But yeah, that's my match of the week. My hottest wrestler of the week.
Where were you then?
Where was I? Oh no, I was at home.
Oh.
Yeah, I was at home.
Interesting. So we were just not defending.
He didn't want me there. He didn't want me there. He didn't answer my phone call.
Yeah, but you did the day
he won't talk to me. He won't talk to me. He won't talk to me.
Yeah, well, you should have done ultimate sacrifice. You could have jumped in away for him, just like he's done in the past.
Nah, no thanks. I've done the ultimate sacrificing for 5 years. I'm not sacrificing anything anymore. So yeah, no, I was home enjoying my time with my family. All right, yeah, that's what I was doing. So anyway, my hottest wrestler of the week, though, I have two hottest wrestlers of the week. My first hottest my hottest wrestler of the week is Carmelo Hayes, because let me tell you something. Carmelo has been getting under Ricky Saint's skin for the past couple weeks, and it's starting to become comedy at this point. But on the flip side of that, now I think Melo and Ricky Saint's rivalry, I think we're starting to refine the SmackDown 6. I think you have two of them right there, being Ricky Saints and Melo. Trick is definitely another one in that SmackDown 6 of this new generation. So definitely I'm going to give love to Melo. My also second hottest wrestler of the week is also coming out of EWA. And it's my boy, Christopher Andino, all right? And still EWA heavyweight champion, all right? Because guess what? Just like you did, Red Dog, he beat Common MK. That's just everybody can do it. That's what I love. That's the year. We beat Common MK. Hashtag beat up Common MK. So there's that.
I don't think you wrestled him this year, have you?
I wrestled him last year.
You wrestled him last year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that go? I just intel report. That's all. Don't worry. I'll look it up. Don't worry. Somebody will look it up for me. Go ahead. Someone in the comment. Yeah.
Anyway, my coldest wrestler of the week is the House of Machiavelli. As Machiavelli loses, okay, the Idol Brothers loses, and Dean is Dean. So yeah. That's my coldest wrestler. Oh, speak of the devil and they shall appear. So there. Yeah, that's my coldest wrestlers of the week.
Wonder why Mac ain't want you there. I wonder why.
That's not my problem. Anyway, like I said, we don't do PI beef here on the show. It's a strictly professional show.
Mello don't miss. Absolutely.
Mello don't miss.
Mello
don't miss.
And shout out to Andino.
Shout out to Andino.
Earl said, "Nah, don't do that."
Nah, fam. No, I have to do that because guess what? People, because Mac thinks I'm sweet and think I'm just gonna let him just talk to me on social media like that and just out here talking out the side of his neck. Like he's not about that. He's not like that. I've known him.
It's funny because
I've known Prince. I'm sorry, and I've known Chris Garner since he was 16 years old.
We using.
Okay, he ain't about that life. He ain't about that.
I mean,
he's not about it. He's not about it. Let me tell you something. Look. If Mac wanted to fight, Mac had multiple opportunities throughout our 15-year friendship to fight me. And guess what?
You better stop knocking on that door.
I'm not knocking on any door. I'm just spitting the facts. I'm just saying the stuff that nobody want to say. Tired of holding back. Tired of keeping everything in. Anyway, first debate topic.
I had to go. First of all, before we get into any of all that, I had to go to war because somebody decided to drop my name, and then I got that all crushed and pushed off to the side until somebody else decided they want to get in, and start running their mouths too. And then I had to make sure that that got checked too. And then we had calm waters. But I'm just saying, if you keep knocking on the door and you're gonna have to fight him, I'm gonna have to watch because I want to see. I'm gonna want to see this go down.
Well, it's not gonna happen.
You keep running your mouth because you have a mic.
You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. That's why I have a mic and he don't.
That's what I said. I was like, we doing governments. That's
I
crazy.
see. Sure, right. That's Tell it like it is. Everybody keep thinking
Wow,
no, it's wrestling. Nah, man.
Surprised you didn't call that man by his other name too.
What, Jaden?
That
that man is like he got so many names. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna say that on. Anyway, topic. I ain't gonna say that. I still do love him. He just makes me mad, so I'm not gonna say that.
red dog gotta fix his name banner. Them red edges ain't supposed to be there. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be fair. I'm lazy. They're technically over Chaz's name too. Like if you look right here, you can see a little red poke through. That little bit is what we're talking about. And yeah, I don't need to. This will be what it is.
I love how I have no idea what's going on. Absolutely wild behavior.
It's right. Like yo, all right, hold on. You didn't have to check nothing. You chose to jump. No, I got pulled. I got pulled into something. That's what happened. That's crazy. Look, so if you see my name, you see how there's like this empty. You see it looks like a little square, and in the square there's some empty square off to the side of my name. Just look right there, right there. There's like an empty square. I know what he's talking about. I got you, but no, I'm lazy. When you start calling out Khan though, that's the real issue. But I'm gonna chill. I mean,
what do you say? Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
My ass off. That's fair. Do you, boo boo? Thank you. This dude looks like he shoots weak loads. I think he's talking about you. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
And you look like a monkey's uncle. So anyway,
what's the picture though? You don't have a real photo. You just
not even a real photo. Exactly. Get out my face. Get out my face, you bum. Go buy my merch. Go buy my merch. Go buy my merch. Do something productive. All right, that's enough about PI drama. All right, and idiots trying to come from my weak loads that are non-existent. Like, topic one: CM Punk to SmackDown. All right, so look. For years, right, CM Punk's biggest attraction. Since his return, he's been mostly a mainstay on Monday Night Raw. All right, now he's headed to SmackDown. Rumors are circulating that he's moving to SmackDown when he comes back from his break, and just to boost up the star power. So is this the perfect move to freshen up Friday nights and create new matchups, or is WWE just moving pieces around without really no clear direction? So you can start this one off, Cliff, and I'll follow.
It's weird, man, because like I know like CM Punk after WrestleMania, he cut that promo and was talking about you never know when a championship opportunity might just drop out the sky, and like now it's like they're moving him over because I guess he's got to face everybody on the Raw side of things, so it looks like he just wants to go face everybody on the SmackDown side of things. It is what it is. It's been a while though since we've had CM Punk on SmackDown, like full roster SmackDown, so. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of here for it. There's going to be a lot of cool matchups that we're going to be able to get with not just Ricky Saint. That's a callback for like AEW. Cody, we'll get another run of that. We get to see the Sammy finally solo trick is an opportunity that we're going to have. So maybe if we're getting Solo into the whole thing too, unless whatever they have planned with that. So there's some cool matchups that we might get. Finn, I would love to see like a Finn Balor, like Tama Tonga versus like CM Punk in a triple threat. So there might be some fun matchups that we can get. What I'm really kind of curious about is like what happens with AJ. Does AJ get moved over to SmackDown? Do we think that she's going to have more of an influence there than she did on Raw? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with her. But I like the move to SmackDown. I think it'll be good for him. It'll be good to freshen him up, with the SmackDown roster and just have some fun working with all those guys.
All right, so I definitely think this is a good move. I definitely do think this is the perfect time to move. You need to get Roman and Punk separated. I think that's really one of the big things. And in order for you to do that, you got to move them over on SmackDown. The two of them can't coexist on the same show. They can't. And so you need to move CM Punk over to SmackDown. And that's cool because there's a lot of things you can do. You can do CM Punk with, you can finally do the CM Punk versus Cody. You can do CM Punk and Gunther again because you got to run that. You still haven't ran that match back, so you got to run that match back. So there's a lot of different matchups that you can put up with CM Punk and stuff that's fresh that you haven't done for since Punk came back in what that was 2000 what 4? He came back WWE. Was that 4 or 23? No, that was 24. I think it was
4.
Yeah, it was 24. So yeah, you got another, like another maybe 3 years worth of different stories that you can tell over there. I think people where everyone gets all flustered about it is the fact that hey, one Cody is Cody's QB1. It's Cody's show, and if you put CM Punk on Cody's show, does that mean that now it's CM Punk's show, not Cody's show? I don't necessarily think that's the case. John Cena was on Raw, and he wasn't always the main attraction on, but it was still his show. So I don't think we run into that scenario. But I definitely do think that this is a perfect move. And then it not to say that SmackDown has been bad. Has it been lacking in compared to Raw in some couple of weeks? Yes, but as a whole, both shows have not been up there as far as great shows, period. So like the bar is set low. But like to say that SmackDown needs it, I wouldn't say they need it, but it definitely can help boost the SmackDown side because Raw is already overflustered with stars over there. I mean, Logan Paul's over there. All the Vision really much. Seth, LA, the Bloodline. And so like you got enough stars on Netflix. Go bump up the cable show, for us poor folk that don't got Netflix. So yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal that everyone is making it on the internet.
Yeah. And I think it's also crazy too because like I feel like a lot of people are like coming out and they're just kind of like, well, who are we gonna watch? And you listed a whole bunch of names, but there's nobody on SmackDown that you can really be like, yeah, they're like, if Cody was to get injured for some reason, who's taking that top spot? And there's not a guy there doing it yet. And I was like, so you kind of need Punk to kind of go over there and kind of help, like, keep things cooking.
Yeah, Raw was always, and I think historically, Raw was always a stacked show. You always had more stars on Raw than you did on SmackDown. And I think even growing up, I just feel like there was always so many more bigger names on Raw. Raw was always your flagship show. So, I mean, I get that. Even during the brand split, even before when people swap shows and, you could go anywhere. So, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, Raw is going to be fine. All right, Raw's not going to significantly drop because of CM Punk's not on there. The Netflix views are not going to go randomly just pop away like somebody music artist stream numbers. Like they're not going to disappear like that. So like, and I think with AJ, and I think AJ will probably end up going to SmackDown when she returns eventually. I don't think that'll be anytime soon. Because if what I heard was correctly, she finished her dates, at least for this first run. So right now she's big chilling. But yeah, I think AJ in the long run will go to SmackDown.
Yeah, I see that.
What the comments say?
So we got Jay wins, King of the Ring goes for the undisputed title, wins. Punk takes title off of Jay. Could be.
Okay.
Cody is dropping the title soon to help SmackDown move along.
I disagree with that.
Paul is done. don't know if Paul's done. I know he's injured and he has a tricep getting repaired. I think he's coming back though.
Yes, he is injured. Yeah, he tore his tricep.
SmackDown seems too tame for Punk. You know what's crazy though is that like Punk still puts on like crazy promos and doesn't have to curse. Like, does he push the line? Absolutely. But I don't think he has to like. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be tame. He can still lash out pretty well for it. So I don't know if I agree with that whole entire sentiment. But I do understand what you're saying. But it's like, yeah, but Punk can kind of get away with things, and he can say some things too to rock the boat without having to like say it. He codes a lot of his stuff. All right, next up.
All right, cool. So let's talk about the king and queen of the ring. All right. So we're here in the semifinal matches. Okay. I'll go through the men's tournament real fast. Obafemi defeats Penta, Soto, and Carmelo. We saw that that joint was fire. He beat them all up and still hit his entrance pose. Dominic beats Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. Javon Evans beats Seth Rollins, Tonga, and Ricky Saints. And Jey Uso versus LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. So, Femi and Mysterio, and Evans versus Uso. All right. Do not be surprised that... Do not be surprised if Obafemi, okay, tomorrow loses to Dominic Mysterio. All right? Do not be surprised, folks. Do not be surprised. I'm not saying I know anything. Don't. I'm not saying, oh, it's in Baltimore. You know what's going on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that East is always looking. All right, you never know. So I definitely think Dominic is going in. I think Dominic's going to win the whole thing. I definitely do think Dominic's going to win the whole thing. That I do. Because I have a feeling we're going to get a double king and queen of the ring. And so with that, moving on to the women's side of things, right? So hold on, I lost it. Where is it at? All right, here we go. Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, Raquel Rodriguez, and Io Sky. All right, so Liv Morgan versus Charlotte Flair. Oh, sorry. Liv Morgan defeats Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green. Charlotte Flair beats Bird Lady, Sol Ruka, and Jade Cargill. Raquel Rodriguez defeats Bayley, Lacey Jane, JC Jane, and Kiana James. And Io Sky defeats Lash Legend, Julia, and the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez. So we got Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Charlotte Flair. All right. I do think like Charlotte Flair is on like we've said in the past, like I think for the past year now, she is like in the midst of like a career resurgence, right? That's going to possibly maybe the end of the year, maybe probably next year, going to get her another world title opportunity. The stuff that Charlotte's been doing as far as this babyface run has been probably some of her best work to like since her NXT run and like her first initial run in WWE when on the main roster. When she was the Divas champion and it switched over to the women's title. Like, that first initial run of Charlotte, I think, was probably one of the best Charlotte runs. But what she's doing now, I think, is really good. But I think that Liv is going to win the whole thing. I think Liv's going to end up facing either Io or Raquel, obviously. Because one of them has to win. But I think we're going to get Dominic as king and Liv as queen. And Liv's going to try to challenge for the other belt. I think she ends up losing. I don't think she ends up, holding both belts unless WWE decides to do something crazy. But I do think Dominic's going to end up facing Roman. Just something different. And, hey, it'd be, I think it'd be cool. It'd be a cool match to see, a cool story. But, yeah, I definitely do think we're getting Liv and Dominic as king and queen. They won't end this Judgment Day thing between them two, which I think they should. I think it's over. I think it's turned stale. Um, I'm over it. Like, just break up with the dude or break up with her. Move on. I'm tired with. I think the Judgment Day as a whole needs to move on. But I've been saying that for years, and somehow, somewhere, they find like 3 months of like good stuff, and I'm like, yes, Judgment Day. Don't ever break up. And then I'm back to saying, yeah, this Judgment Day. I'm tired of it. So, but yeah, that's my whole thing on the King of the Queen, the ring. I think we're getting Liv and Dom.
I do. I don't know. I can't agree with that per se. So I definitely
And I know mine is it's a wild goose egg, that one, my prediction. I know it's real far fetched, but like, it's Dom's on this run, and he's still on this run. I mean, is he still cursed? I think he's uncursed, right?
he was, he got cursed and he dropped
Right.
the
So I think he's
Intercontinental
not.
title.
So he's not. I feel like he's uncursed, right? So it's.
Per se, I still think cursed.
I mean, the Knicks got
I'll
uncursed.
say this. I think, I definitely think that I would have to agree here. What I think, I don't think Brock cost Oba in the finals. I think Brock cost Oba against Dominic tomorrow night.
Because yeah, I mean, also like the heat that Dom could just get.
Just winning, yeah, against Oba. Like he's like,
Yeah,
I
he
beat
beat.
Oba for me.
I beat over. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's gonna be the move. But then also
No,
like
what
on the
if
other
they
side,
did it? What if? What if they just? What if Brock comes out F5's Dominic gets the DQ?
yeah.
Dom wins. You protect Oba because he doesn't. He
Yeah.
doesn't get a pinfall. Oh my gosh! If that happens tomorrow, I'm gonna get mad.
Well, I definitely think Don's going over, and then I think Raquel's actually winning on the women's side because they've been like teasing this like whole like
Yeah.
feud thing kind of building up, and so I think that might be something that happens. So I think that's the way it's gonna go. I think it's just gonna be we're gonna see you know Raquel challenge Liv for the title, and then probably Rock's like turn on Raquel, and just have it be those two. So I don't know. I think it's a possibility, but obviously it's a possibility. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think it'd be cool. So either way, I'm digging this whole King of Ring tournament, King and Queen of the Ring tournament. I just don't like that it's gonna be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I
I
think.
think about.
I think that's where it's going to always be. I think that's
Yeah.
that's where it's going to be now. Just like the crown jewel thing, it's always there. I think that every year that they need to go there. All right, cool. Oh, we're going to Saudi. Yep, let's do King of the Ring. Lead up to it.
Liv won it last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I think Raquel wins it because Liv talks about going back to back being
Yes.
queen of the ring, and then she ends up losing to Raquel. That or she's gonna. I mean, I don't think she repeats. I think it's also what's crazy is that I could also see Io winning
Mhm.
and then challenging Rhea for her title.
Why can't Liv win it back to back?
It's just WWE's not gonna do that thing. They don't do it. Have we ever seen a back to back King of the Ring that we're thinking about? Like, I don't think so. I think they've always put it on somebody new.
No, yeah, I don't think they have, because it's always been a stepping. No, I had to use the term stepping stone, but it's been
Yeah.
a rocket to the next thing.
Yeah.
I saw something, and maybe we can debate this next week. Or I won't be there next week because I have to defend my Young Simba championship. But maybe this can be a debate topic we do next, or y'all can do it, or 2 weeks. Is Liv overhyped? There was a debate. There was discourse on it this week that Liv Morgan is actually overhyped.
Everybody says that, but like,
Overhyped.
you watched it.
So I
You
was
probably
just
watched
like,
it twice.
is it true? Like, cause like the stuff don't match sometimes. And I get it. Sometimes this, and she does have some stinkers. Like, I'm not gonna, and like, we
Yeah.
all have stinkers. But like there's some pretty bad Liv matches, and there's sometimes like the hype don't
Yeah.
match the talent. But like maybe but just wanted to put it out there. We'll see. We can have a bigger debate on that another time. Just thought to my mind.
I love me some Liv. I just don't want any champions that's King or Ring or
And I
Queenly.
agree with that, and that's why. And that's another thing about it. And I understand that, and I agree with that. But I think as far as the storyline for storyline purposes, I think you can make it work. Now the whole winning thing is yes, that's where we start getting a different territory. We're like, ooh.
I do like this though. Liv and Dom as King and Queen would draw massive heat, and I would love the crowd lose their ish. Though I don't hate it totally. That is the only
That's the thing. Like
reason.
there's so much heat in putting those two son of a baskets as king and queen, and just let them gloat in and just have the crowd just lose their freaking minds over it. Just like how dare they put it on them? And then like I
Yeah.
think it didn't add to the fact that Liv is what you call it champion because they're gonna boo it regardless. They're gonna boo it regardless. So why not use that? Oh my, they actually put it on her too. We're gonna boo this even. Like I wouldn't. She gets massive heat. Dom still gets his massive heat no matter what. But I mean, good gracious, the heat behind that I think is would be crazy.
Dom faced Roman and Ray cost Dom the title. Could lead to a one final Ray versus Dom match. Dom retires his dad, leads to reconciliation between the two. No, I think if anything, what it would do it would just give Dom that excuse to say like he retired his dad and he'll retire anybody else if he has to. I don't think that. I
I
don't think
think.
that'll be. I don't think it'll be a I don't think it'll be a reconciliation until Dom leaves to Judgment Day, and then his dad has to come save him. Like I think that's when we would see that. But I see Dom leading Judgment Day before getting booted out.
Is he not already leading Judgment Day? Nah, I'm just. I'm joking.
Well, she's leading it.
I
Liv
know.
does good work, but she does get annoying at times. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and I think I think maybe that's in ode to her
We get annoyed
character.
with everybody. We
I
get
think
annoyed with
that's good.
Yeah, we get annoyed with everybody though. We got annoyed with Becky. We get annoyed with Lyra, Valkyria. We get annoyed
Bird
with
Lady.
we get annoyed with you get annoyed with Candice LeRae. You mean
I don't
like
get annoyed. No.
there's
I don't get
there's all
annoyed
we
with
get
Candace
people
LeRae.
get annoyed with Rhea Ripley because they're
I
like
don't
she
like
wins too much. Charlotte Flair, she wins too much. Sasha Banks, she won too much. Like people got annoyed with everybody whenever they did something. So Alexa Bliss was that same way. People just got annoyed with them. Like it is what it is. It just happens through wrestling. But I guarantee you though that moment that she flips face, that's gonna be crazy. There's it's gonna be wild out.
Yeah.
Yo,
Ooh.
your whole camera went out. I'm guessing that I got frozen.
Oh, is it back?
You're not back. No, you're just one black screen to me. I don't know what I look like on your side. You guys let us
Where?
know. You guys see.
Oh no, I see you. Yeah, I see me and everything.
Oh, okay. I just like to me it
I can
just looked
see
like
me.
one.
Can you not? Wait, so you can't? Yeah, can you see me?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
That's good. Yeah. Oh, it's funny too because like on the stream though, everything is fine. So we'll just
Oh, it is.
yeah. I think I'm
Okay.
just looking at it right now. Oh no, never mind.
No.
You're definitely black screened right now. That's
It's
crazy.
that's
Yeah,
that's not good. All
your
right.
camera's
Well,
not on.
we'll try to
No,
see
we
it.
get annoyed different
We'll
ways.
stall, brother, while I fix
Is the
this.
obnoxious, annoying. Yeah, but that's what I like about her. I love the fact that she is the obnoxious, annoying one. Yeah. I'm not complaining, but Chaz has a black screen. I just, yeah, he's gonna have to like get all the way out and then get back in. That's why so his camera turns back on. Anyway, as far as you guys saw, no, it was definitely it's been interesting to see like the evolution of her too, like the change that she's been through. I think it's one of those things where it's like I've been hyped up with her, especially with from the Riot Squad and moving on, even her extra work that she was doing at NXT. So I guess for me, it's just like watching the evolution of Liv. I've just grown accustomed to her, and I just like watching her do her thing. I do understand that sometimes her promos do come off kind of like crying-ish and kind of annoying-ish. But I don't know. She has like I think what it is for me, what does it is like her facial work, like that turn that she did with John Cena was crazy, right? When she jumped on, gave him that hug, and then her eyes like turned very like psychotic, like she opened eyes, and I was like, whoa, that's it's a whole different face that I've ever seen. So it was definitely crazy, but yeah, definitely cool to see. What do you guys think? You guys can put your comments in. I'll put it in there. Chaz's camouflage, absolutely. He joined John Cena's world, and just all of a sudden became gone. Like I was crazy to see. Like he's just gone now. He's not even like I can't bring him on this on the scene if I wanted to because he's gone. I'm not. Oh yeah, I had that one up there. But you guys, talk to me. What do you guys think? We're gonna wait and see Chaz pop up, and once he pops in, then we'll fix it all up. No, but also something that we're gonna bring up too here on the show. Oh, there he is, right there. Uh, yo, I can see you. Can't hear you though. Can see you. Can't hear you. Are you muted?
There we go.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Bruh, Liv has built her career from the ground up. She
Yes.
continuously updates her moveset. She tries everything they throw at her, and she's going good work. I love her annoying ways.
That's so. Look, I think yes. So that's the thing about Liv, and that's one thing you have to give Liv credit. I missed a couple things what you said when I was trying to get it fixed. But the one thing that Liv has done, Liv has survived. She's outlasted. I think the best thing is like she's outlasted. Aha, exactly. It's called Chaz Friends for a reason. Anyway, um,
That term between her. Oh, I love that term between her and Cena. Yeah. So we were talking about like the Cena thing. Remember when she was gone for a little bit?
oh yeah.
Talking about her facials and stuff like that. I think that's something that's like really improved with her. Like we were talking about like her NXT run being extra work, and then going into like the to NXT to the Riot Squad, and then to see her the evolution of Liv Morgan has been crazy. But that eye contact that she had with the camera when she's all like, and we saw like the
Yeah.
crazy look in her eyes, I was like, bro, that was just chef's kiss. That's why I guess I never can go. I get it. Some of her promos can be kind of annoying-ish, but I'm like, to me, she can do no wrong. So I'm like, I'm just here for it.
All right. Go finish go with the comments. Got up there any new ones?
No, you're fixed, and we can see and hear him now.
Oh, wonderful. All right, here we go. Moving on. Before we get into our next debate topic, make sure to hit that follow button. Follow us to all your favorite social media platforms. 3Count Pod _ on that Bird app or the X app, whatever you want to call it. 3Count Pod everywhere else. Buy some merch. ForYourWear.com collections. Go to the 3Count Podcast logo, and then you can find all of our merch. All of our live watchers right now, definitely put in the comments. Tell us where you are watching us from. Definitely want to see where everybody is at watching the show. Let's move on to our last topic: the greatest mid-card
That is
champion.
not what this topic is. You said that at the beginning of the show. You lied to our people. Now we got to fix this. All right. This is a draft, folks. This is what we're doing, okay? It is 5 rounds. Chaz and I are going to pick our teams of who we think are the best mid-card champions. Then you guys get to vote on it. You guys can put it in our Twitter. You can put it up on our Twitter. You guys can vote for it on our Instagram. Wherever Chaz decides to post it, you guys can go vote for it. Talk to us about it. But we want to talk about... We're picking 5 mid-card champions. They can have a title run. So I'll give an example of a person, right? So Seth Rollins can be involved in this, but he's not really, or not Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins can't be in this because he's not really known as a mid-card guy. He's more of a top-tier dude. So we're looking for guys who either had like one title run or have been predominantly known for carrying mid-card titles. So that's what we're looking for tonight. Utah. I love Utah. I love saying Utah though. That's more importantly. I got it. You know where I got it from? The Wild Wild West.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's Salma Hayek. Whenever she refers to it, she's like, he wanted to go to some place called Utah.
Yeah.
Like Utah. I want to see an unhinged Love Morgan storyline. Me too. I kind of dig it. Hi, Mom. But yes, that's how we're doing this. So you could pick anybody, but I want to know who your first pick is, Chaz, for you know, our mid card championships.
All right, I'm coming in hot. My first pick and the number one pick, all right, for Team Chaz as far as mid card champions, right? The Miz.
It's not
I'm
bad. I like
I'm
that.
picking the
I like
Miz. I mean, you want to talk about the king of the mid card, and not saying that in a disrespectful way at all. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I'm going with the Miz, somebody who literally you can plug him with anybody. You can plug, and I mean it's seriously, you can plug him with anybody. The stuff he's doing with Danhausen, all right, every week is entertainment gold.
Yo, Friday night when he was like with his hair all shocked up, he's like,
With his
"When my
hair.
head goes up, your mouth goes
Goes
shut."
like yeah, when he's now stuck in his like old gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like yeah, look, the stuff that Miz is doing.
Fire.
Miz doesn't have to be world champion, okay? But when Miz is world champion, Miz does world championship caliber performances.
Mm.
Like Miz can rise to the occasion, and that's the one thing about Miz is that he was honestly they've written him off. No one ever thought that Miz would be the Miz. All right, 20 years ago, okay, if you not even 20, 30 years ago, and you talk about the Miz when he was on Real World, and you look at Miz now, you would never have guessed that's the same guy now. And it's the Miz is my number one pick. No questions asked. The Miz.
That's a good pick. I like that pick. I'm going to take another person who's very famous for holding the Intercontinental Championship, right? Also cuts killer promos, well rounded, great, just in the ring, out ring. We all know him. He also did movies too, just like The Miz, right? I'm taking Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Oh, that's not okay. All right. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. All
That's
right.
my first pick.
That's your first pick. All right. Ooh.
What's up? You keep going. Utah, like down the street from Damien, right? Danhausen is comic gold in his own housing. Facts.
Facts. All right, my pick, right? All right, so you went old school. I'm gonna go old school.
Okay.
I'm gonna go old school just because you came out hot too with the old school. With the ooh, I wasn't ready for that. I gotta give you. That's not. I didn't think you were gonna go. You were gonna go back that like first, but okay.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna go. Well, if you go Piper, and I'm gonna go Randy Savage.
it's a good pick.
I'm gonna go Randy Savage. Randy Savage was not a top guy, as he should have been back in the day. Sorry, if you know Hogan brother, but yeah, I think because look, Randy Savage helped establish the IC title as what people now call the Workhorse Championship. They call it the Workhorse Championship because of people like Randy Savage, people like maybe somebody I don't hope you don't pick, but somebody like a Ricky Steamboat, all right, with who we say is probably one of the greatest WrestleMania matches ever, and it was what a mid card championship. So
Mm,
I'm going with Randy Savage as my second pick.
I like that. I like that. So I'll be fair with you. I've kind of already had my first three picks
That's
already put in
crazy.
place.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I've been part of this. I've been looking at this, and let me tell you, man. When we talk about workhorse, we talk about original OG workhorses, right? I have to go with somebody who was simply perfect, Mr. Perfect. In
That's
fact,
that, that's a good one. Okay. All right. Now that's good. That's good. I didn't. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. You've picked
oh, I took Roddy Piper and Mr. Perfect.
Piper, Mr. Perfect. Okay. I got you the Miz, Randy Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Shelton Benjamin.
That's that's a solid pick. I do love that
Let's go
pick.
Shelton Benjamin. I mean, you want to talk about? somebody who you know what, he shouldn't even be in this conversation. He should be one of the ones that we go, no, you can't pick him. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's that. If you want to keep it a buck, he shouldn't be in this conversation because he's that good. Like he shouldn't be an option. But yeah, Shelton Benjamin, one of my favorites growing up as a kid. So like, still to this day, I want to do the Shelton Benjamin spot off the ladder.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
Live up the ladder was
Yeah.
crazy. All right, hold on real quick. What's the discussion so I can disagree with Chaz? That's awesome. All right, so to give you a heads up, what it is that we're gonna draft. We're doing 5 rounds of our drafts. Favorite mid card champions. We're gonna see who puts together the best team, and then we're gonna let everybody vote on the team. Where everybody is. Where's Lou and Twitch? One got deported, the other one's getting a tattoo. We'll just let you know. Yes, Ricky Steamboat. I love him. Actually, let me give you my next pick, right? And I will go current. I just need this to be known that this next person I picked, bro, he was Shelton Benjamin before Shelton Benjamin was the thing. Now, Shelton Benjamin, collegiate wrestler, right, coming out of school, out of Minnesota, right, always carrying a championship, always known as the gold standard. But there was one person who was the standard before all of that. The man won 2 Slammys back-to-back nights, and he told everybody, I want to thank me. I did all the work. It was me, not you, Dad. And he beat up his brother. And I have to go with the man of the hearts, man. Owen Hart is my pick. Who was my third pick, by the way, for this whole thing. Because I was like, yeah, I know that. I know Chaz is not picking this one. I was like, if anybody else is on this show, this is definitely a gone. I was like, but if there's just 2 of us, I have a pretty good chance of just snaking this out.
Yeah, yeah. And I would have never.
the I don't want to say it like that, but the more charismatic heart, we'll put it that way.
That's fair. No, that's no, that's not that. No, go ahead and say it with your chest. He is. All right, like Brett is Brett, and you can't take anything away from the greatness that is Bret Hart. But Brett, as far as a microphone, just sometimes is oil and water.
But the thing is too, is that, like,
It's just it. It's nothing, and like that doesn't say that Brett's not like
Right.
You don't
He's
put
not
Brett
dope.
in like still in the Mount Rushmore. He's still up there. Like you don't get your Daniel Bryans if you don't have Bret Hart. You
Yeah,
don't get
but-
your Zack Sabre Juniors of the world if you don't have Bret Hart. You feel me?
See,
So that's why I'm
here's
like
my
you gotta
situation,
give Bret his credit.
this is gonna sound this is gonna sound crazy when I say it this way, and I'm sure there's someone out there is gonna agree, and others are gonna disagree with me. I understand this. So when I say this, like Owen is like Brett is the GOAT, right? But I don't know if Bret Hart is the GOAT in his own family because of how good Owen is. Owen was doing things that Bret could not do. Like Bret, excellence of execution, hands down, right? I will give that up. But Owen could high fly, Owen could submission, Owen could technical, Owen was charismatic on the mic, Owen was like, he had different personas. Like Owen could make fun of himself. Like this was madness to me that we look at Bret and we're like, Bret is the GOAT. Like, and I will agree, Bret is a GOAT. But for us to never mention that Owen is just the better heart is crazy to me. There we go. That. Yeah. Wahoo, McDaniels. That's right, another old school. Speaking of Brett, Google, he's the only person to win King of the Ring back to back. Thank you. I was actually wondering that, but technically, that's what I was trying to wonder about with like Liv. Would it go 2026, 2027, or 2025, 2026? I just don't know. Dog is right. Owen greater than Brett.
And I absolutely agree with you on that. I don't you won't get an argument from me on that one. Definitely Owen was the better heart. Yeah. All right, so go all say your picks again.
All right, so let's go. Let's go with my pick so far. I took Roddy Piper, Mr. Perfect, and Owen Hart. Chaz has The Miz, Randy Savage, and Shelton Benjamin. Who's your fourth pick?
All right. I'm gonna go more current just because that's my era, my
Yeah,
generation.
yeah.
Um, I'm going, and this will piss Damien off. I'm going with Rob Van Dam. Uh, I I think about it like as far as the E's concerned, Rob Van Dam won the world title once, and it was how long? It wasn't really that long of a run. Um, but yeah, even when he was in the mid card, it felt special. He carried the hardcore championship. He carried the ECW TV championship. With prestige every time he went. So I'm gonna go Rob Van Dam as my
Mm.
fourth pick.
Todd
Tully
Blanchard.
Blanchard is a great pick, and I
Great
wish
pick.
I was alive so I could have like more of a off the cuff like yes, Tully Blanchard, because the stuff I've seen of Tully Blanchard I have loved. Like
I'm siding with Chaz.
see, like because me
I
and
like, yeah,
TJ
he likes
hates the fact that me and him
he likes
have
team.
similar interests and like similar like mindsets, and it makes him so mad. Like I know he like it beams him up inside. It's like, oh, why are we so similar?
I gotta think, cause see, the problem is though, is that like the people that I look at, if I said a name, I don't know. I just keep looking and keep thinking about different people names, people who didn't have like the big runs, but were also known for other things, right? Like inside of wrestling. That's why to me, like my fourth pick is obviously gonna be my goat, my favorite wrestler of all time, Rey Mysterio Jr. Because even though he's had two championship runs, we don't really know him for his championship runs. We just kind of know him for everything that happened in between. Like, do we consider him a main guy? I don't know if anybody really consider, like, we all consider him a top guy, but he's
I don't
always
know. I don't think you can put Ray. I don't know. I can't. I never looked at Rey Mysterio especially after the second title run as a mid card guy. He was a main. I just felt like he was a main star in the mid card. You can't, because like you look at one of like even when you have a bunch of stars, not everybody can be in the main event.
three title runs. All right,
You're right.
I
Yes, you're right. Three. Yes, yes. Don't erase his WWE championship. I remember that. God, that was
WWE
so
has.
so
Okay,
I can't
okay. So
I
then we'll
can't
take it
yeah.
back. We'll take it back. I can pick somebody else. Let me get Kofi Kingston.
Dang, that was my pick! You bastard! Ah! Darn! Oh, I don't know. Now I have to think. I have to
I
think
was
about my
like,
pick
I'm trying to
now.
go back and forth between these two. I'm like, who do I want to take?
That was my last one because Kofi Mania worked because he was the mid card guy. That is just like, oh, you. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Uh, that's hard. I don't know. Can we go to commercial break or something so I can get
Hey,
more
nice.
time to? You got a commercial to run? You got something like?
Yeah, I really want to say Chaz would pick a smoked out RVD. Like mines pick each other.
Bro, look, listen, RVD. Look, what's it called? No one gets higher than RVD.
True.
Oh, bruh, and the funny thing about it is you can't say, I think about people this like as far as this generation like right now who's wrestling right now who could be in that conversation right now, and like I go, all right, cool, Gunther, but like you can't put Gunther there now because Gunther has held the title for a significant long time and has
Right.
been at the top, and just what he's done overall as his career. Like the IC title run doesn't matter to me as far as mid card championship. He's a main event guy. He's a so like
And when it's all said and done, he's gonna be known for main eventing.
exactly. Like when it's all said and done, Gunther's not gonna be known. Like yes, he'll be like they'll put his title reign up there with the 600-day reign as the Intercontinental Championship. Like that'll be in his boom Hall of Fame career. That's about it. That's about it as far as mid card, as far as really anything else. Even if he does hold mid card titles after the fact, like all right, cool, 3-time Intercontinental Championship, 2-time, like whatever, 5-time World Champion, 3-time WWE, like
Yeah.
So wow, you okay? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go old school, and this is me. This is a Hail Mary pass. 4th quarter, 3 seconds left. I'm gonna go Arn Anderson.
I don't mind it. I mean,
I'm gonna go Arn Anderson. So I think about it, and I look at it. All right, cool. The 4 horsemen. Tully, yes, but look, there was the other half of that, and there was Arn. So I gotta go with Arn. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, that's a Hail Mary because Kofi Kingston was mine.
You know what let me tell you who my last one is, and I hate it because TJ put it in there before I can actually say it, because everybody is a cool bad guy, and sometimes you just have to go with Razor Ramon, and that is definitely my guy because I was like, yeah, that's a good one. And I was like, let me. I was like, I want to snatch that one up. So I was like waiting, and then I was like, and then he put it in. I was like, God dang it, I wanted to say it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so that's a great one, especially in the E, like he wasn't like, he wasn't the top guy in.
No, he wasn't.
When he went to WCW, that he was the top guy in WCW, but like. As far as like his positioning in the E, even when he came back with the NWO, like he was still later like, all right, well, yeah, he wrestled Austin, but like he wasn't like
right
out there. He was still just kind of like, yo, he's right here. So I'm like, damn. He totally kept the Horseman heel.
Yes, he did. Yep.
I think
that Kofi Kingston made me mad, bro. That's definitely a curveball inside. Like
that's why I love my picks. I got to pick. I had another pick all ready to go too. Just if you wanted to go another round, I had another pick all ready to go. So
all right, go another round. Let's go another round. Go ahead. Right. What's your pick? And
then you got to throw your pick. You got to throw your pick, and then I'll hit you with mine.
No, you got another. You got yours already. So let me think. Yeah, you say yours because I got to think of one.
All right. Well, if we're gonna talk about one person holding down like the Intercontinental Championship. And you had mentioned The Miz. That was your first pick. And by absolute GOAT pick, right? I would definitely, if you had picked him, he was going to definitely be my first pick. But I will acknowledge that there was another man who ran with that title for a long time. And everybody was chasing his record. And he was one of the greatest heels just for being a chicken shit heel. And to give it up to the Honky Tonk Man. You got to. You got to. Like, it's such a great mid-card run. So, yeah, that's my guy.
See. Okay. William Regal.
That's a great pick. This is a great pick.
William Regal. I'm just thinking like people who like wrestlers like when I was watching wrestling growing up. Like these guys, like as I got older and I look back, I'm like, man, they should have gotten a run. And I think about William Regal. William Regal as GM of Raw was great. Okay. But William Regal, when he won King of the Ring, was even better. Oh my goodness. The fact that he did not get a run after he won King of the Ring should be like, you should be at the stake. Okay, like you really should you should be stoned. Literally, we're gonna take it back to the middle. You should be stoned for not
Yeah.
giving William Regal like a legitimate run after he won King of the Ring. I think whatever year that was. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Then my man was calling it Umanga versus Umanga. I'm just like, as a kid, I go, why is he saying his name wrong?
Oh my
His
God.
name is Umaga, and to know he was purposely doing it. Just like, it's just great. So yeah, I'm gonna go William Regal. That's just for another round. Just
It's a great
for
pick. That's a great pick. That's a great pick. Look, someone put in Doink the Clown. And
Doink
then TJ says, once again, siding with Chaz, Regal is GOAT. Regal is GOAT.
It burns him up. Burns him up inside the night.
I like the pick. I like the pick. Actually, I was thinking of another one too, right when you were going through. I was like, damn. I don't know how we didn't pick this guy, but
Good.
that's what it is. Well, I'm picking him. It's my next round, so then I'm gonna tell
Go
you. I guess we're going more rounds. Let me get Finn Balor because he's not a main event guy. He's won one championship. We've known him for his tag runs, and I was like, we literally, as you mentioned him, and then you were talking, I was like, thinking about other wrestlers that are current, and I was like, bruh, that guy right there
Fair.
he is the guy. Go ahead. I saw the light bulb go off.
John Morrison.
Oh, this is a solid
John Morrison.
pick. Solid pick.
Like we said, the Miz. What about the dirt sheet? Was the oh my goodness? You don't understand being in middle school and the dirt sheet going to WWE.com to see them just rag. Oh my god!
Now that the juices are actually flowing. Like I had my first 3 rounds, I kind of forgot about things.
Yeah.
Now
Oh yeah,
they're like, man,
yeah. John Morrison is with it. John Morrison.
I'm also like, let me get Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona,
Yeah.
depending.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Yep.
God,
Yeah.
big.
I mean, jeez.
Bring me in for the next draft episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the next time we do one, yeah.
Yeah, so to be fair, we've been playing with this idea of like doing more of these drafts and stuff like that. We did it, Twitch and I actually did it with Money in the Bank champions. We did a 5-round roll. And it was really cool. We really enjoyed it. And we wanted to keep doing it. So we wanted to do one for like the Royal Rumble, which we'll eventually get to that. We'll probably end up doing that next year, just when like the Royal Rumble week comes up, because that just makes sense. But then also we were thinking about like, top 5 main events of like WrestleMania, because obviously like main events coming around. SummerSlam is always around the corner. Favorite Survivor Series, Final Survivors would definitely be like the Soul Survivor would be cool. Like, so we've thought about these ideas and like doing these drafts. We wanted to do the theme song one. Actually, that was originally my pick, and then I was like, oh, but I want all of us to be here to do the picks for the songs, because I know Lou would lose his mind over some of them, and then also Twitch is like, yeah, no, I already know the GOAT song, draft the debate over, draft over when I picked this one. So yeah, I was definitely wanting to do all that together. But yeah, this is always fun, and I love doing it. So to recap, because we added on 2 more rounds that we didn't really expect. For Chaz, he has The Miz, Randy Savage, Shelton Benjamin, Rob Van Dam, Arn Anderson, William Regal, and John Morrison. For me, I have Rowdy Roddy Piper, Mr. Perfect Owen Hart, Kofi Kingston, Razor Ramon, the Honky Tonk Man, and Finn Balor. So that's our teams. You guys get to go vote. We'll also have this clipped out and we'll put it up so you guys can go check it out. Look at Bring Me In for the song.
You know what? Yeah, we'll definitely have to do. We'll have to do a big one for that one. Yeah,
we'll do 5 rounds. 5 rounds, 3 songs, and then you have to have the best 3.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. The fans versus the 3 Count podcast. That'd be fun. Like I could definitely rock with that.
Yeah, definitly.
But yeah,
all right. That's the show, folks. That's the show. Shout out to all of you who stick with us. My PlayStation users, you get a trophy. My Xbox users, you get an achievement. My PC users don't get a virus. Make sure you get that antivirus software. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's shows, even if you did not enjoy today's show, hit that like button. Share this with somebody. Make sure you catch the replay on Tuesday, and we're going to probably clip out one of the debates for tomorrow. So definitely be on the lookout tomorrow. Tomorrow, what time do you want to drop this? What's a good time to drop the debate tomorrow on Monday?
Probably like 7 a.m. Eastern time.
7 a.m. Eastern time.
8 a.m.
Let's go.
Eastern time, something like that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll drop it at 7. Maybe we'll make it a live thing. Make another premiere. Maybe so. What do I? You get a brand new car. That's today's episode.
We don't got it. We don't got it like that. I know the banner's not up right now, so we have the thing at the beginning. You know, we have the you don't get it. No, you get nothing. We have a disclaimer at the beginning of the show that says Chaz will pay for that car. Now the 3 Count Podcast.
No, we don't know. That's not what the disclaimer says. It says that the things said on this show do not do not express the views of the people on this show, the network they're on, their bosses, or whatever. And don't sue us because we ain't got nothing.
We're broke.
We ain't got nothing. Oh man. That's today's show, folks. Thanks for checking us out. Be here next week. We'll possibly, I don't know. Will we have a show next week?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's funny because the Father's Day episode is always like, yeah, we'll do it. No, we're not. Yeah, we'll do it. And then we're like, all right, cool. We're going on the show. So maybe be on the show. Be on the lookout on the socials. We'll definitely let everybody know whether there's a live show or not. If not, maybe we'll drop, instead of dropping a debate, not a debate, but if instead of dropping the interview show on Saturday, maybe we'll drop it live for you all on Sunday so that you all you get your live in and definitely comment on everything like that. So definitely check that out. Be on the lookout also for the watch alongs. Definitely there'll be more watch alongs coming up, and we also have some more guest debaters coming on outside of the wrestling bubble, guests coming on the show. So definitely stay plugged in. Definitely making big moves.
Thanks,
and that's the episode. Goodbye. And check out the clip, the social clip on the media, the clips, and click and like and share and subscribe. That's what the kids say on the streams. Like and subscribe. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod _X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm going to walk away and you're going to play another video. Now.